Hi YouTube family. Today I'm going to talk with you about YouTube captions. So everyone has heard the news that YouTube is supposedly removing closed caption. I want to bring some clarity to you today about that. I'm going to talk about YouTube automated captions. I'm going to talk to you about the YouTube community caption. I'm going to talk to you about quality closed caption. And at the end, I'm also going to talk to you about what you can do with this entire situation. I know that it's overwhelming for a lot of us to think that YouTube would cut back such a great, huge feature for us who use the caption. Whether we're hearing loss, whether we are regular hearing people that just enjoy caption, or whether we're trying to learn in foreign languages. That's also something people use captions for. So I hope you guys will stick around today for the video, as I have a lot to share. I want to thank everybody who's a follower of mine. Thank you guys. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, thank you. If you receive it all the time, thank you, and more thanks. Let's get started. The first type of caption that we're going to talk about today are automated captions. Automated captions are still on YouTube. Automated captions come up along with the video. When you upload a video as a creator, an automated caption is done automatic. And so everything is pretty much assumed. So words are assumed. Automated caption has an ups that it is there and it is present and we need it. But the downfall is that it's a very weak tool. It's a very weak tool. So what do people do? Since it's very weak, people tend to do something called community caption. What are community captions? Community captions are third-party vendors that come on and check over the captions in your video. A lot of times it's large videos, a church service, or TED Talk specials, or you might have a graduation service. So those large services, the words aren't going to actually be able to survive on an automated caption video. And so that is when community captions come in. Community captions can also be someone commenting into the video, hey guys, that captioning wasn't right in your video. That's of the community. And they're telling you that this needs to be fixed. This is when YouTube will go back and make those changes. Now YouTube doesn't want to pay the cost. They don't want to bite the buck. They actually want to make the money. And so what's happening now is with the community caption, with the third-party vendors are no longer able to come and put those captions onto your videos. Automated captions are still there, but they're not very good quality. You know, you can't hear the difference between bust and luck, tuck and suck. You understand? So there is a big difference. And if you have a sentence, Tom was in great suck, then I'm going to have to take a minute and process that. Oh, Tom was in great luck. They didn't put the right word there. So that's what happened with automated caption. But what I was talking to you about now is community caption, and the fact that now instead of people having their third-party vendors to come and do this community caption, YouTube only has one provider that you can get with to place automated captions onto your video. In other words, YouTube only has one provider that you are allowed to use to make your closed caption quality. What you guys, so if you guys have pastors, if you guys belong to graduation ceremony boards, or if you are intertwined with groups that make masses of videos that feed massive audiences of 10,000 or more, even 5,000, where you know that service is going to be long, this is where you're going to lose a lot of your hearing loss people. If you're not paying the price that YouTube had with their selected vendors. And we all know that people select vendors because they're getting paid something. You're selecting a vendor because that vendor with your choice about compensating you. So what does this do to us as a community? What it does to us as a community is it provides poor, low quality captions. What it also does for us as a community is it allows someone to put the dollar before the rights of the hearing loss population. That's not right. We shouldn't be intertwined in business deals. And how good of a service something should be for us to hear shouldn't depend on what YouTube's bottom dollar line would be. It shouldn't depend what you can do to make this right. We have something within the hearing loss community called American Disabilities Act. The American Disabilities Act actually shelters and protects the disabled. But there's a catch. It was last updated in the 1990s, when George Bush was president. And it only calls for the protection of local federal government and a few other platforms. It doesn't call for the protection of the hearing loss community on online platforms, and it doesn't call for it within corporate places like grocery stores or pharmacist office. It only calls for it on local government. And what does it say? American Disabilities Act says that people with hearing disabilities should be accommodated in local government entities. Well, let's now push the American Disabilities Act to comprise all of this and place it everywhere that we are. Because we don't just go to local and government entities. We shop at corporate stores like everyone else. We spend our money at Walmart. We actually are online, just like people who hear at regular paces. But we are not accommodated, and we are not being protected and serviced the way that we should. So our next step in all of this, to sum it up, should be really to start to understand American Disabilities Act when it comes to a hearing loss. I have placed the link below. So please today start to read the website of American Disabilities Act and understand it a little bit. Of course, I'm going to be doing more videos. I have to do a video to follow up with this, and we'll decide what our action steps are. And I'll place them out for you. But for now, I need you to understand what American Disabilities Act is. I hope that you guys have liked the video, and I hope that you will subscribe to the video. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button below. I'm also going to shout out the Deaf Trucker. Him and I worked expendiously on this for this week, and it meant so much to us. The Deaf Trucker is another YouTube creator. Him and I have a lot of the same types of content, and we care deeply about the hearing loss community. So Deaf Trucker, kudos. Thank you so much for putting that out there and bringing it to people's attention. Now it's time to clarify and move on. Okay, so if you have not subscribed yet, please remember to hit the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you next time on our next video. Bye.